Hi there, Libra, and welcome back to Star Lourdes Tarot. I'm going to be doing your tarot forecast for the month of October. By the way, happy birthday to all of the Libras out there. I went ahead and shuffled the cards and laid them out in a Celtic cross, so we'll get to your reading, start turning them over. First off, you have Major Arcana, the Star, in the upright position. You're the star this month. It's your birthday month. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles, upright, followed by the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups reversed, followed by the King of Wands in the upright position. Next you have the King of Swords in the upright position, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles upright, followed by Major Arcana Justice in the upright, and next we have Major Arcana the Judgment in the upright, and followed by the Ten of Swords in the upright. And lastly, we have the Page of Cups upright. Interesting reading here, Libra. Okay, let's get to interpretation now. Well, you have a few major arcana here. We have 1, 2, 3 major arcana, so there's some intense energy around for you guys. Nothing like a little intensity for your birthday, right? First off, you have the Star in the upright position. Now, this is your overall energy for the month of October. This is really wonderful energy. The Star has been coming up actually quite a bit for people. This is the card that represents hope and optimism. So it could be that for the month, and I would hope in your birthday month, you would be optimistic and very hopeful about something. Maybe it's just in general, it could just be representing a general feeling of hope and optimism. We usually feel pretty good in the month of our birthday. We kind of feel renewed again, you know. So maybe that's what it is. It could be, or on several fronts. Maybe you're dealing with a couple of things, or you have some things in the works and you're really optimistic about it. Your crossing energy is that of the Two of Pentacles upright. The Two of Pentacles is someone who is juggling a lot of different things. For some of you, it could be juggling two different people, sort of dating around if you're single and just sort of deciding which one you're going to set your sights on. Others of you, it could be representing maybe you're working two different jobs or working on two different projects, you know, trying to maintain two different homes, that kind of thing. But either way, it's when it's in the upright, this is harmony in the midst of change. This is someone who's not really struggling too much with the juggling act. They're able to keep everything going and in balance, so that's really good. Now, in your distant past, you have the energies of the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. The Ace of Cups upright, this is sort of feeling like emotionally fulfilled. It can represent when we fill our own cup and feel really emotionally good. And it can also represent sometimes the universe sort of offering us potential for something really good on the emotional front. However, it's in the reverse position. This could be indicating for some of you, maybe it's just, you know, feeling a lack of self-love in the past. Maybe you were kind of feeling down on yourself. For others of you, it could be that maybe there was an offer of emotional fulfillment brought towards you, but you just were not all that interested and you kind of turned it down or walked away from it, or just, you know, basically realized it wasn't what you were looking for. So that's in your distant past. Now, in your recent past, you have the energies of the King of Wands in the upright. This is your representing what you're coming into the month with, but these energies are waning. They'll be taken over soon by the next card that follows. But for right now, you're coming into the month with the energies of the King of Wands. Now, this is court card, so it could be representing a person. If it's representing a person, it could be representing someone of the fire elements, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, or Rising, could be male or female. And this person is in the upright. now the King of Wands, when he's in the upright position, he represents somebody who's he's the king of action and activity. He can be representing a boss, someone who maybe you look up to, or this could be somebody who's you work for, or something like that, because sometimes he can be the head of a company. He's a king of activity, so it could be some of you were dealing with this person, and they could have gotten you involved in something, maybe a project or something like that, and this person was heading the project, and he was involved in your life maybe at the end of September, and you could have been dealing with him or working with him. For others of you, this wand person could have been the one that was in your life where there was a potential there for something on an emotional level, but it just kind of, fell by the wayside. And for others of you, this could just be someone who's there. It could be representing your father, or somebody else who's very significant in your life, and those energies are still with you. But like I said, this energy is waning now, and you're moving into the near future with the energies of the Ten of Pentacles upright. This is really nice energy on the tangible front. It's Pentacles, so it's representing things that such as a job, home, finances, definitely. And this is the card of full financial abundance, which is really, really good. So maybe it's just a general read, so it's not going to resonate for all of you, but it could be that for some of you Libras, you come into some money. Sometimes this can represent inheritance, like money, like finances that come from the family, such as inheritance and so forth. For others of you, it could just be representing a lump sum of money coming your way for something else. Could be maybe a past project you worked on or something like that. Or for some of you, could be the sale of a home, pays a lot of money, a lot more than you thought your home was worth, that kind of thing. And it's interesting that the card would pop up, considering Jupiter is now leaving your first house and moving into your second house of finance. So it's not surprising for most of you Libras will probably start to notice your financial situation getting better and better as the months go on. So that's definitely good news. Now, moving on to your possible future, you have the energies of the King of Swords in the upright position. Again, a court card, it could be representing a person. If it's representing a person, it's your own energy, Libra. This is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. And if it's not representing a person that you're dealing with, maybe for some of you, if it was on the relationship realm, maybe you're, leaving behind the King of Wands and you're moving on to the King of Swords. Maybe there's a new person in your life or a new potential. For others of you, it could be representing a boss. Maybe you're leaving, this one was your boss and you're moving on to a new boss. And for others of you, it could just be representing your own energy. If it is, I really like it when we come up in our own readings as upright, because of the fact that we're at our best. The King of Swords is at his best when he's upright. This represents somebody who's really good on the verbal level, knows how to express themselves, and he's very powerful. He knows how to get things done. And if you're, say you are switching jobs or even switching partners, there's a difference between the energies of the King of Wands and the energy of the King of Swords. The King of Swords can be very strict, as opposed to the King of Wands is a little bit more lax, but you can tell by his clothing. No, just kidding. But the King of Swords in the upright position, he tends to be very strict. He's strict with his words and so forth, but he can be very fair and very just. So he's mastered the suits. He's gone from the page to the the knight and so on, and now he knows exactly how to be a really good orator and to speak with confidence and with truth. So definitely good energy. Where you're coming from in the month of October, you have major arcana justice. This isn't your energy again, Libra. that you're feeling quite just internally. Maybe there's a situation that came about with finances. Finances turned around and you're feeling very justified. And you're feeling like, yes, justice was finally done in the situation. Or it could be that you have switched up jobs and you feel that the new position is more suited to you and you feel justified in that situation. Or for any of you where it's playing out in a relationship realm, maybe you just feel justified there. Maybe you just feel balanced and justified, and that's really good to come up as your own. You're really, really feeling your element, it looks like, in this reading so far, Libra, with the King of Swords being there, justice, and then your people and environment is Major Arcana, Judgment. A Judgment card. Now, this card can represent a completion. Perhaps the people around you are seeing you as judgmental. No, I'm kidding. The people around you are seeing you as sort of completing a cycle in something. Like, Judgment card is kind of like the final judgment call. Maybe, and it's Major Arcana, so this is pretty intense. It could be that perhaps people around you are seeing you closing out a cycle of your life. Maybe for some of you, you're actually changing a lot of things in your life and sort of, you know, being reborn again. It's like the old ways of doing things are just not working for you anymore. So you're coming up with something new, and people around you are seeing a progression here. Really good. Very strong reading, Libra, but very good. Now, your hopes and fears is the Ten of Swords in the upright position. It could be that you're feeling, and the Ten of Swords is energy that, yes, you know, it can represent feeling stabbed in the back and so forth, but it's also a completion card. So maybe you're hoping that all the hurt and the difficulties of the past are finally coming to their final end, because it looks like you're making like some major headway here in October, Libra. Really interesting. It's strong, and I even pick up the vibration of something very strong and intense happening with most of you Libras out there. And your final card, this is the card that ends the read and ends the month of October. You have the energies of the Page of Cups in the upright position. Well, this is really, really sweet energy, really beautiful energy. It's almost like you're tearing everything down, maybe even on an emotional level as well, because the Ace of Cups being in your distant past, you're tearing everything down, and it's almost like you come back like with a new lease on life on the emotional level, which is really beautiful to see. Like, what an incredible progression here. It's really, really nice. The Page of Cups energy can also represent somebody coming in with an offering of a new budding romance, or it can be offer of a new creative project, or anything that really fills our heart. Or even on the job level, a lot of people get their emotional fulfillment from work, the work that they do. So maybe for some of you there is an offer on that front where somebody is coming in. It's young, immature kind of energy, so it hasn't fully bloomed or blossomed yet, but it's really, really beautiful energy. Nice to see. What an intense reading here for you guys, but in a good way, definitely in a good way. And you're very much in your own element here. There's like 3 cards and they're all upright, that represent Libra at its finest. So I hope this reading resonated for you, and if it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until next month, have a wonderful, wonderful month. Bye.